Hi traders, welcome to another edition of Weekly Forex Forecast on FSLess, which is for 13th to 17th of July 2020. In this week, I'm going to share with you guys the list of currency pairs I am watching out for next week, should in case of trade breakout opportunity. If today is your first time viewing my YouTube channel, you are welcome. And then do not forget to like, share, put a comment down, hit the subscribe button as well. Click on the notification bell so whenever I release educational content of this kind, you're gonna be the first to be notified. Remember, forex trading is an high risk investment as well and high reward investment. So do not trade with the money you cannot afford to lose. Here are the list of currency pairs I am watching out for next week. I have the British pound sterling paired against the USD. I have the Euro paired against the USD. I have the USD paired against the Switch. I have the Euro paired against the British pound sterling. I have the Switch paired against the Japanese yen. And then we're going to wrap up things with the XAU paired against the USD or the gold. So let's dive into the weekly forex forecast right now. The first currency pairs on our list is the British pound sterling paired against the USD. I discussed about this currency pairs in my last weekly forex forecast, and then we can see right here, this rally right here is still no transformation through a symmetrical triangle. Like I always emphasize on, in a symmetrical triangle, no price can either break to the upside or to the downside. And then we can see how this currency pair did last week. It was a bullish or a rally, and then congratulations to all the entire VIP members community. We exercised a long position on the British pound sterling pair against the USD, and it was a massive profitable trade. So and then what I'm looking at for on this currency pairs next week is we can see right now price is actually approaching a dynamic resistance trend line right here, which was an resistance for the swing high right here. We had it right here as a resistance. Also, we had it right here as a resistance. So for the fact price is actually approaching this dynamic resistance right here, this resistance trend line actually have high tendency to reverse this trend in a bearish downward rally. And then again, if we look at the next key level structure right here, which acts at the price of the 1.27547, which was a rejection right here, and then a support for the swing low right here. There is a lot of influence right here whereby the bulls have to clear off next week before they can actually ensure a close above this key level structure. So if the boost comes in next week whereby they make a rotation of price upward, they have to clear off this dynamic resistance trend line and then clear off the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.27547. Alternatively, if the bears comes in next week aggressively whereby they make a rotation downward, the bulls have to do all what they can to protect this key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.24668. And then we can see how this level right here had been rejecting price. We have a rejection right here, we had a rejection right here. And then if the bulls fail to defend this key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.24668, then don't be surprised if the bears eventually make a rotation of price to the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.22632. But before the bears have to make a rotation of price to this key level structure, the bears have to successfully clear off this dynamic support, which was support for the swing low right here, and then a support for the swing low right here, which was an intersection of the price level of 1.20746 as well, an intersection for the price level of the swing low right here, that is 1.22632. Let's check on the 4-hour chart frame so I can actually show you guys what I can figure out on the lower time frame before I move to the higher time frame, which is the weekly time frame. Here comes the 4-hour chart frame of the British pound sterling against the USD, and then I stated earlier how I and the entire VIP members community of mine will took a long position right here, and this was one of the factors which contributed to our long position. We can see we had now inverse head and shoulder right here, and then we had a rejection by the key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.24668 by strong bullish engulfing bar. Then we went long after the retest of this broken resistance right here. We actually had a long position to this swing high right here. Right here on the 4-hour chart frame, we can see we had a swing high right here, which rejected the price of the British pound sterling in a bearish aggressive rally right here. Likewise, again, we can figure out when price got to this region right here, we had a rejection, not only a rejection, price carved a bearish engulfing bar right here, and then price tried to make a retest of this minor resistance level. We can see our price carved a potential bearish pin bar. So next week, don't be surprised if the bears successfully make a rotation to retest the minor key level structure, and if the bulls fail to defend this minor key level structure, then don't be surprised if the bears put price to the next key level structure, which is at the price level of 1.24668. So let's check on the weekly chart frame what I can figure out, and then we can relate this to our weekly forex forecast on these currency pairs. Here's the weekly chart frame of the British pound sterling paired against the USD, and then we can see right here price is currently fluctuating through a bullish rising channel right here. And then we all know in a bullish rising channel whereby price keeps on moving through a bullish channel, technically price have high tendency to break to the downward side. So let's check our final conclusion on the daily chart frame. Next week, just take note, the bulls have to clear off this major key level structure which acts right here before there can be a guarantee of the next bullish rally for the British pound sterling against the USD, and this could set the British pound sterling currency pairs to the next key level structure which after the price level of 1.32114. You can see we had the rejection right here, and then if the bulls failed, then take note the next key level structure acts at the price level of 1.24668, and then failure for the bulls to defend this key level structure, don't be surprised if the price of the British pound sterling against the USD drastically depreciate in value to the next key level structure which is at the price level of 1.22632. So next week I have the British pound sterling paired against the USD on my watch list. The next currency pairs on our watch list is the euro paired against the USD. In my last weekly forex forecast, I discussed about the potential which lies on these currency pairs, and I stated right here this is the pole of this rally right here, and then we have the flag right here. This is a bullish flag, and technically in this kind of pattern price have high probability to break out to the upside, and then we can see right here price actually obeyed the rules technically, and then we can see how the key level structure which at the price level of 1.13378 actually serve as a point of rejection resistance for this rally right here. We can see that right here, and then we can see the rejection as well right here due to its past historical record. So what am I looking out for on this currency pairs next week? We'll have a better understanding of this currency pairs. We have to navigate on the lower time frame as well the higher time frame. So I'm going to show you what I can figure out on the 4-hour chart frame. So let's check that right now. Here's the 4-hour chart of the euro paired against the USD, and then what you guys can figure out right here is what I can figure out right here. We can see at this medium right here price actually broke out of the dynamic resistance trend line right here. Remember the rules, do not take the first breakout, always look out for a defined retest. We had a retest right here, and I announced this to the VIP members of community of mine. I said I can figure out a retest right here, but what I can figure out right here is not my kind of price action signal, but right here it's a what? Is a piercing bar, and then it has probability as well to reverse this trend in an upward rally. And then I sent out the trading signals on this currency pairs in my VIP community, and then it was a nice profitable trade last week. So what are we looking out for on this currency pairs next week? There's a lot of things I can figure out on the lower time frame right here. If I should construct my trend line right here from this swing high right here, my key level structure right here, what you guys can figure out right here is we have the first retest right here, we got a retest right here, and then retest right here, and then what actually happened right here is what we called a false breakout. We can see our price closed back into this medium right here, and then what we can have right here, what we figure out right here, if I should eliminate this bearish channel right here, whereby I remove this right here, what you guys can figure out right here is an ascending triangle right here. So don't be surprised if price eventually break out next week to make a continuation of the bullish rally on the euro paired against the USD. Also, if I should eliminate all these patterns right here, what we guys can figure out right here is we had a potential of our head and shoulder to be forming right here. So if next week the bulls make a rotation right here, whereby the bears step in right here, they prevent the bulls from having a daily close above the key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.13378. then whereby the base makes a rotation downward, then this is a potential head and shoulder, which can actually reverse the trend right here into a bearish downward trend. But take note, the neckline right here have to be broken, which acts at the price level of the 1.12500, and then we have an extension of a dynamic support trend line whereby the bears have to successfully break out and then retest the key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.12326, and the boost have to step in at this zone to defend this key level structure. Failure for the boost to defend this key level structure, then don't be surprised if the price of the euro against the USD drastically depreciate in value to the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.11430. Alternatively, if the boost comes in and then ensure a daily close above this key level structure right here, then it means this level right here is not a potential head and shoulder, and then it means the pattern right here is what? A potential ascending triangle, like I stated earlier, to a more bullish rally upward to retest the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.14130. So let's check back on the daily chart frame and as well on the monthly chart frame. Back on the daily chart of the euro paired against the USD, right here we can see the fluctuation of price at this medium right here, whereby we have the next key level structure which has been rejecting price at the price level of 1.13378. So next week the boost have to ensure a daily close above this key level structure, and then if the boost fails to ensure a daily close above the key level structure of the 1.13378, then it signifies bullish weakness, and then don't be surprised if the bears makes a rotation downward to retest the dynamic support trend line, which has been rejecting price right from this swing low right there. We had a series of rejection right here, and then don't be surprised if it actually acts as a new support trend line right here. Like I stated earlier on the 4-hour chart frame, then this pattern right here have high probability to transform into an ascending triangle. And then if the boost successfully next week makes the rotation out of this medium right here, they have to retest the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.14130, and then the boost have to ensure a daily close above this key level structure to retest the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.14960. Alternatively, if the bears comes in at this key level structure of the price level of 1.14130, whereby the boost fail to ensure a daily close above this key level structure, then don't be surprised if the pattern right there eventually turn into a double top formation right here, and then this zone right here will actually act as the neckline of this pattern right here. Also take note, if the bears have to break through this dynamic support trend line right there, they have to also as well ensure a daily close below the key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.12326 before they can actually re-expose the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1.11430. So let's check on the monthly chart frame of the euro paired against the USD. Right now on the monthly chart of the euro paired against the USD on a long-term investment term, we can see right here how this currency paired had been in a fluctuation through a symmetrical triangle. We can see the rejection right here, rejection right here, right here, right here. We have the high right here, high low right here, and the high low right here, high low right here. We got the low swings right here, low swings right here, and the retest low right here. So right now price is currently trying to retest the dynamic resistance trend line once again. So if I should zoom in on this currency paired properly, you can see right now price is definitely approaching the next dynamic resistance trend line. So the boost have to ensure a monthly close above this dynamic resistance trend line of this multi-year symmetrical triangle before we can actually figure out a well guaranteed bullish rally on the euro paired against the USD. And then this pattern may set this currency pairs on a multi-year bullish rally. My conclusion on the daily chart frame: next week, watch out for price action at the price level of 1.13378 and then 1.12326. The next currency pairs on our watch list is the USD paired against the switch. If you watch my previous and then last week weekly forex forecast, I have been advertising on the USD paired against the switch. I said the pattern right here, symmetrical triangle right here, which broke out, price broke out right here in an aggressive bearish rally right here. I said the pattern I can figure out right here now have I no probability to transform into what? Into a symmetrical triangle as well for price to break downward. And then we can see our price actually broke out of this dynamic support trend line right here, and then which rejected the price level of the 0.93752. Congratulations to all the entire VIP members community of mine. We shot the USD against the switch last week, and then we had a wonderful profit right here. So what am I looking out for on this currency pairs next week? We can see right here now price is actually moving upward again to retest the dynamic trend line right here. So what are we looking out for? We are looking out for this dynamic support trend line right here to serve as a defined resistance trend line. So we need this level right here to reject the action of the boost downward, and a failure for this support trend line right here to reject the boost downward, and if the boost successfully ensure a daily close back into this symmetrical triangle right here, then this signifies what right here? A false breakout. So it means the boost have high tendency to retest the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 0.95084. Alternatively, if the bears comes in at this zone right here, and then the bears successfully make a rotation downward, then they have to clear off the next key level structure, that is support key level structure, which acts as a rejection right here, and a rejection right here. Also rejection last week right here. You can see the rejection bar right here. So the bears have to clear off this level structure in order to re-expose the next level structure, which acts at the price level of 0.92437. As well, I want to show you guys what I can figure out on the weekly chart frame of this currency pair. Here comes the weekly chart frame of the USD pair against the switch, and then we can see the high swings right here. We have the high swings right here. We have the high swings right here. We had the low swings right here, low swing right here, a massive pullback right there, and then we had the low swings right here. This was the retest right here, and then we had another retest right there. If I should measure from this distance right here to the retest right here, we can see the period, the long the duration of the period right here, which means there was a very strong bullish aggressive rally right here. And then from this distance right here of this retest right here to this retest right here, we can see we had a short distance interval right here, which means right here the boosts are not as much strong like they were at this region right here. And then if I should measure from this zone right here to this zone right there, swing low right here, we can see we had a short duration of time right here, which may signifies a bearish influence right here. That is a bearish constant retest, and then which signifies a bullish weakness right here. But take note, we need a weekly close. I'm gonna zoom in on this currency pairs. We need a weekly close below the dynamic support trend line, which acts at the intersection of the price level of 0.93752. We need a weekly close below this key level structure and the dynamic support trend line before we can actually know the fate of the USD paired against the switch. Maybe the switch have high tendency to transform into a more bearish aggressive rally to retest the swing low of this currency pairs, that is 0.92437. Alternatively, if the boost comes in next week aggressively, whereby they pull price upward, they still have to clear off this key level structure of the 0.95084 before they can actually look out for the next level structure, which acts at the price level of 0.95957. And then don't be surprised if this actually transform this pattern right here to retest the dynamic structure trend line right here. And then don't be surprised this can actually set this currency pairs into another phase of transformation in a symmetrical triangle. So my conclusion on this currency pairs next week, I want to pay a close attention to this medium right here to see what the boosts and the bears have to get done at this dynamic trend line right here and the key level structure, which after the price level of 0.93752. The next currency pairs on our watch list is the euro paired against the British pound sterling. We can see how price went through a medium of transformation right here, whereby price transformed in a bullish rising channel. In a bullish rising channel, technically price have high tendency to break into a downward trend, and I wish we can figure out how price broke out of this medium right here. I give analysis on this currency pairs in the VIP members community, and some members as well are charting this currency pairs at the moment. and then we actually had a retest on the lower time frame, that is the 4-hour chart frame. So let's figure out what actually happened on the 4-hour chart frame. Right here is the 4-hour chart. We can see the transformation of price right here. And then what can you guys figure out? I'm gonna zoom in properly on this currency pairs. So let's zoom in. Right here I have a head and shoulder. You can see the head right here. We have the left shoulder right here. We have the right shoulder right here. We can see our price broke the neckline right here. Not only price broke the neckline, we had a retest of the neckline right here. We have our dynamic support trend line at this zone right here. You can see that this is one of the confluent factors I always look out for my trading decision to aid my trading analysis. You can see how we had a bearish downward rally, and then take note, we have a potential minor support level at this zone right here. You can see we had a rejection right here, series of rejection right here. We had it right here. Also now price is actually find difficulty to break out of this minor key level structure right here. This is a minor key level structure, and then failure for the bulls to defend this minor level structure right here. Don't be surprised if the bears especially make a quotation of price to retest the next key level structure, that is the major key level structure, which acts at the price level of 0.88631. So let's check back on the daily chart frame. So back on the daily chart frame of the euro pair against the British pound sterling, the next key level structure acts at the 0.88631. This is the support key level structure. We can see the rejection right here. I see rejection right here, rejection right here, and the rejection right here. So this is a very strong key level structures the bears have to break through. And then failure for the bears to break this key level structure, don't be surprised if the bull steps in aggressively right here to make a rotation of price to the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of 0.90234. And then the bulls are to clear off this zone right there. Failure for the bulls to clear off this region right here, don't be surprised if this medium actually transform into a short consolidation phase. Alternatively, next week, if the bulls comes in at this level right there, whereby they make a rotation upward to retest the key level structure, which is at the price level of 0.90234, the bears have to defend this level right there. Failure for the bears to defend this key level structure right there, then don't be surprised if bulls eventually make rotation of price backwards into this bullish channel, and then this region right here actually have high tendency to turn into a false breakout. So next week I am looking out for what the bulls and the bears have to get done at the key level structure of 0.90234 and the price level key level structure of the 0.88631. The next currency pairs on our watch list is the switch against the Japanese yen, and we can see right here we have the resistance right here, resistance right here, we got a resistance right here, and then you can see again right now we have the rejection right here. So don't be surprised if this level right here actually acts as a double top formation for this pattern right here, whereby the bears ensure a movement downward to the next key level structure, which acts at the price level of the 112.272. And then let's check on the 4-hour chart frame of this currency pairs. Here comes the 4-hour chart of this currency pairs. We can see the transformation right here in a bullish rising channel. We can see our price broke out at this medium right here, and then price actually carved what? We have 3 black crows right here, which is one of the candlestick formations pattern. We can see right here the first, second, and the third bar right there, and this one of the candlestick pattern formation, which is called the 3 black crow, which means right here price have high tendency to make an aggressive bearish downward rally to the next key level structure, which at the price level of 112.272. Alternatively, nothing is possible in the market. Let's check out what may actually happen on this currency pairs on the daily chart frame. So if the bull steps in next week, whereby they pull price from this level right there, you can see we have a rejection right there. Price may actually find a support at the price level of 113.591. If the boost steps in right here, whereby they put price upward, the boost have to clear off this key level structure, which acts at the price level of 114.293. So if this should occur, it means the bulls are not giving out and the bulls are stepping in aggressively to make a break out of this key level structure, which acts at the price level of 114.293. And then we can see the distance right here before the retest right here. likewise the distance right there, and the distance right there. So if the bulls can ensure a short retest of distance within this median right there, then it's a signal of bullish aggressiveness to break out of this key level structure, which had been rejecting price right from this first month of 2020 on this currency pair. Also, if I zoom in, you can see right here we actually have a kind of pattern which we can refer to as what? An inverse head and shoulder. See right here, we have the head right here, we have the shoulder right here, we got the shoulder right here, whereby this zone right here we actually act as the neckline of this pattern. So the switch against Japanese yen is on my currency pairs next week. Actually, I have given out the trading idea on this currency pairs in the VIP member section of mine. It's time we wrap up our analysis with the XAU paired against the USD or the gold. And then on the gold, we can see after a medium of consolidation at this phase right here, consolidation in a bullish aggressive rally from this swing low right here, upward right here, we can see our price made a continuation of this rally. And then I stated in my last weekly forex forecast, also in the previous weekly forex forecast, I said gold have high tendency to test the key level structure, that is a price level of 1,800, and we can see our gold actually tested and then went above to test the price level of 1,820. Then price made a retracement downward, and then last week market value closed at 1,798.446. And then again we can see the transformation right now on this bullish aggressive channel right here. We can see the slope right here to this level right here. If I should measure the slope of this angle right here, let's take a measurement of that. That is 38 degrees. Also, we can see how the price level which acted at the price of 1,797.907 actually had price that was on Thursday and then Friday bar. The key level structure had price. So the bulls are still defending the key level structure which acts at the price level of 1,797.907. So what are we looking out for on the gold next week? So I'm gonna zoom in so we can see properly this on the gold. Okay, if the bear steps in next week, whereby they make rotation of price below this key level structure of the 1,797.907, whereby the bears ensured a daily close downward, then this breakout right have high tendency to transform into what is called a false breakout. And then don't be surprised if the bears eventually break out this dynamic support trend line right there, which has been rejecting price from the key level structure right here, and then right here. That is the key level structure of 1,682.156. If the bears ensured a daily close below this dynamic support trend line right there, then don't be surprised if the price of the gold depreciate in value to retest the previous key level structure, which acts at the price level of 1,748.515, and this was a rejection right here for the rally, and then as well right here, and then as well right here, and then right here. So this key level structure is a very, very strong key level structure whereby the bulls have to come in to defend the price at this zone. Failure for the bulls to defend price at this zone, whereby the bears should ensure a daily close below this key level structure, then it's a very strong bearish aggressive signal indication, which means the bears are willing to put price downward to retest the previous key level structure, which acts at a price level of 1,682.156. So alternatively, next week, if the bull steps in aggressively next week, whereby they put price from this key level structure, then the next key level structure the bulls have to head up to, we can figure out that based on the monthly chart frame. And then here is the monthly chart of the gold. We can see right here the I swing right here. Price is actually at the level of the I swing, and then the next level structure we have to look up to is the price level of the 1,907.198, and then this is the actual highest swings of gold in its historical record. So if the bulls makes a rotation upward right here, they have to clear off this key level structure right here. Failure for the bulls to clear off this key level structure at the 1907.198, then this level right here have high tendency to transform the price of the gold downward. And then alternatively, if the bulls successfully make a break out of this key level structure, which acts right here, then don't be surprised, gold is on a new leg to transform a new high swing, higher than its highest swings high, and then that was in September 2011. So guys, that's all I have for you on gold this week. Make sure you pay a close attention to the highest swing high, that is 1907.198, and then most importantly, price level of 1798.446, as well the next price level, which after the 1797.907. So guys, that is all I have for you in this weekly forex forecast, and then thanks for watching this video from the beginning to the end. If you haven't joined my free forex trading class, there's a link at the bottom of this video. Make sure you click on that link so you can get access to my free forex trading class 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week I do hold free forex trading webinar class. And then if you haven't joined my VIP members community, there's a link under this video as well. Make sure you go through that link so you can become a member of the VIP community. In this VIP community, you have access 24/7 to communicate with me one-on-one, ask me questions, and then also view, check my trading decision in the market, my entry level, stop level, and the take profit target. Not only will you have access to my personal trading decision, but as well learn more how you can become a disciplined, successful, and profitable trader in the market. And then do not forget to like this video, share this video, put a comment down, subscribe to this YouTube channel, as well click on the notification bell so whenever I release additional content of this kind, you're gonna be the first to be notified. That's all, and then have a wonderful weekend. Peace.